Namaste, Yogi. Thanks so much for joining me for class today. We are going to be doing a 1-hour power flow. So if you are brand new to yoga, this is not the video for you to begin at. We have tons of other videos, almost 100 other classes on our channel, everything from beginner, intermediate, tutorials, arm balances, foundational poses, all of that. So make sure you're at least familiar with yoga before you jump into this class. If you enjoy practicing longer classes, then we recommend that you head on over to our Patreon community. The link is below in the description, and there every single class we post is minimum 60 minutes. You'll get longer flows, 60, 75, 90, even 100-minute long classes. So lots more for you to explore there. At Patreon, we also have our handstand program, our meditation series, and behind the scenes Q&A. So it's a lot more exclusive content, nothing else that we offer for free anywhere else on the internet. So please head over to Patreon if you enjoy this longer class. If you enjoy listening to music and connecting your body and your breath to the beat, then please head over to our Spotify account, Breathe and Flow. We have over 40 or 50 different playlists there for Spotify, and one, if you don't want to spend your time looking through and trying to select what playlist you want for this class, then we recommend just checking out the playlist of the month. It's 60 minutes, so it's perfect for this class. You can follow it along every month. That list is updated with new songs, so you get a solid rotation of music. Get the music going, and all you need today is your mat. Whenever you're ready, let's do it. We'll begin today in a child's pose. Knees apart, heels together. Sit the hips back towards the heels, walk the fingertips forward. Maybe the forehead rests down on the mat. Begin to deepen your breath. Fill up the lungs all the way up to the top. Maybe pause at the top. And exhale, open mouth, let it go. Let's do 2 more, just like that. Deep inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, open mouth. 1 more deep breath on your own. As you inhale, feel your belly press into your thighs. And as you exhale, relax, melt into the mat. Continue with those slow, deep breaths. Keep the lips sealed for the remainder of class. Start to engage your Ujjayi breath. Take a few breaths here on your own to set your intention for your practice today. And then give yourself permission to fully arrive on the mat. Whatever you had going on earlier today, whatever else is ahead, just let all of that go. You can come back to it later, but for now, during this class, the time is for you to focus on yourself, to focus on your breath, to feel that connection to the now. Inhale, lift the hips. We meet in tabletop. Blink open the eyes. Start with the wrist warm up. So spread the fingers wide, but not quite as wide as they can go, kind of like you're just high-fiving somebody. And then start to lift the wrists up, come onto the first set of knuckles, and then lift up onto the fingers. Lower, lower, lift, lift. Lower, lower, lift, lift. So stretching out the muscles in the hands, the wrists. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Great, stay on the palms of the hands, but then rotate the hands around so that the fingertips point towards the knees. Tuck the toes under, sit back on your heels. Maybe the wrists lift off. You can bend one arm and then bend the other. And just moving slowly here. You don't have to go deep to feel this stretch. We're just waking up the wrists so that they can be ready to support the weight of our body. Great, sit back on the heels, shake out the wrists. Try to stay on your toes if you can. Back to tabletop. And then place your left hand off the left side of your mat. Reach your right arm underneath. Bring that right shoulder down to the ground or as close as you can. So you're almost trying to bring the back side of your right shoulder on the mat. So your right palm is facing up towards the sky. And then start to lift the chest back up. As you open your right arm up, you're going to step your right foot forward. Big reach with the arm. And then step that right foot back. Right arm underneath the left, thread the needle. Again, we'll start to move with the breath. Inhale, open, right foot steps forward. And exhale, step it back. Move nice and slow with control so you're not stomping your foot or trying to catch yourself. You're really using the breath to pull you into the movements. Last one. Great job. Back to that tabletop. And then bring the right hand off the mat. Bring your left hand underneath, thread the needle. We're here for a few breaths on the first one just so you can get a little bit used to the movement. Try to pull your hips a little bit more to the left so that your left hip is stacked, or your hips are stacked over the knees. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Step that left foot forward. Big breath, big reach. And exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lift, step, open. Let's do 3 more. Try to move quietly with control. With ease. Last one. And exhale back to tabletop. And then bring your hands forward, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward dog. Walk your dog. Maybe bend both knees as you press your chest a little bit closer to your quads. Press with your finger pads and the inside part of your hand, the base of your index finger, base of your thumb, so that you take the pressure off the outside cartilage of the wrist. And then straighten both legs. It's all right if the heels don't touch the ground, of course. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Hang out here for a few breaths. You can cross the arms in front of your chest, ragdoll. Let your head hang heavy. And just breathe into the stretch. Send the energy of the breath into the spaces of tension. Release the hands down towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Sweep the hands, chair pose. Try to find a little bit of a neutral spine here. So feet and knees hip distance apart. And then begin to lift the heels up off the ground. Come onto the balls of the feet. And then lower the hips down all the way to the heels. And then keep the arms reaching up over your head. We're going to come all the way to standing, but keep the heels lifted the whole time. Move nice and slow. And again, bend the knees, lower all the way down. If you need to set the heels down, you can. But just give it a try. One more time, inhale all the way to standing, heels lifted. And exhale back to chair. Gently set down the heels. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back, high plank. So the shoulders are over the wrists. Hips are about the same height as the shoulders. So you have that dome in your upper back. You're really pushing the ground away. Rotate the triceps towards the back of the mat. So you have that external rotation of your upper arms. And then continue here with this plank position. But you're just going to, with your right foot, and keep the right leg straight, you're going to swing the right leg forward towards the right front corner of your mat. Step that right foot back, left side, straight leg. Just try your best. Let's do 3 more each side. So you really have to push the ground away to keep that height. Move with the breath. Slow and controlled. Last one on the left. Back to plank. Shift it forward, come up high on the toes. Bend the arms, chaturanga. We're here for 5, 4, 3. Shoulders do not come lower than the elbows. 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Engage the glutes. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under. Engage the quads. Press it up, high plank. Shift it forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Tops of the feet. Engage the glutes. Broaden the collarbone. Look straight ahead. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, flex the right foot. Start to pull the right heel closer to the right glute. So you can really work on firing up your right hamstring. Left heel lifts off. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Step it outside the right hand, lizard lunge. Keep your left palm down on the ground. And then reach your right hand behind you, to your right, towards the back of your mat. And then begin to straighten your right leg to any degree. And then reach your right hand towards your right toes. Send it back, rebend the right knee, and send it forward. So that left leg is straight the entire time. And then use the breath to pull you into the pose. Bring back Ujjayi if you lost it. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Great, rebend the right knee. We're going to come into a seated twist. So keep your right foot where it's at. Left knee comes outside the right ankle. Make your way into a seat. Right hand comes behind you on the mat. And then you could either just hold on to the right knee, or you can hook the left elbow or left tricep. Your choice. Just 3 breaths here. With each inhale, feel the crown of your head reaching up towards the sky, and the exhale helps you come into the twist. Release the twist, gaze comes back to the front of the mat. We meet in Warrior 3 prep. Left leg floats up and back. Fingertips down on the ground, left foot is flexed. And again, you have that broad collarbone concept. So instead of collapsing your chest down towards the right thigh, keep the chest lifted just as we did in Baby Cobra. Start to rebend to the right knee, left foot touches down back of the mat, spider lunge to the left, Skandasana. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Maybe windshield wiper the right foot. Move towards the front of the mat, frame the right foot, step it back, high plank. Shift forward, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Push it up, high plank. One more time, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Open stack the hips, bring that left heel close to the left glute. The left toes are pointing towards the left knee, so that foot is flexed. Inhale, right heel lifts off. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Hold it here. Flex the left foot, step it outside the left hand. Lizard lunge. Just 2 breaths here. That right leg is straight, right knee is lifted. Keep the right palm down on the ground. Reach your left hand towards the back of the mat. And then start to straighten your left leg again to any degree as you reach your left hand towards your left toes. Rebend the knee, open, and straighten, tap. So we're going for about 10 of these. So again, see if you can slow down the movement. Can you take the full length of your breath to reach that end pose? As you inhale, open, and exhale, close. Great, last 2. Last one. Beautiful, rebend the left knee. Seated twist, left foot stays where it's at. Right knee comes outside, the left ankle, left hand behind you. And whatever hook with the arm, the elbow, the hand, whatever feels good for you. We call this an active rest. So you're sort of resting, but it's still very active. So take this opportunity to put your awareness on your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Slow it down. Release the twist. We meet in Warrior 3 prep. Left foot stays where it's at. Right leg up and back. Little micro bend in the left knee. Rebend the left knee, right foot to the back of the mat, spider lunge. Windshield wiper the left foot. Move to the top of the mat, frame the left foot. Step it back, plank. Shift forward, high on the toes. Lower down, chaturanga. Push it up, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Step or float to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the hands for chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, set the butt all the way down to the mat for low boat. Extend the legs out. So both the legs and the shoulders are hovering above the ground. So you have that hollow body shape. And then we'll meet in chaturanga. However you get there is great. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Step float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, low boat. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, float, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low boat. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. So we'll do 2 more rounds of that. This time you have the option to add in a crow arm balance. So I'll cue you when you get there. If arm balances are not your jam or you don't want to float today, of course, feel free to skip it. You can meet us in downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Step or float to the top. Move with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, stay. Exhale, cross the ankles. Option to take crow pose here. Otherwise, come right into chaturanga. You'll meet us in downward dog. Now, if you took crow pose, you're going to go from here to chaturanga. I know, it sounds scary, but if you already have crow, you can most likely do this. It's easier than you think. So from crow, start to shift the weight forward as you extend the legs back, straight to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Great, let's do 1 more round of that. Again, skip the arm balance if you need. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, stay. Exhale, either crow pose or chaturanga. Your choice. However you want to flow through your vinyasa is great. We'll all meet in downward dog. No rush. We all meet in downward dog. Now you see why downward dog is a resting pose.
So take a few breaths here to rest, reconnect with that intention you had set. Slow down the breath and drop back into the present moment if your mind was wandering. Be here now. Inhale, bend the knees, make your way to the top of the mat. Step float or handstand your way there. If you take handstand, move nice and slow. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. All together, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Sweep the hands for chair pose. Now this variation, I'd like you to have your big toes together, but a little gap in the heels. Palms together, hands at the heart. Take a twist over to the right. You could either hook your left elbow outside your right thigh, or you can just straighten the arms and hook the left forearm. Either way, press into the twist. Your hands are almost at the center of your heart. Start to shift the weight into the right foot. The left foot lifts off. The left heel comes close to the left glute. Hold it here. The knees are still touching. And then step that left foot to the back of the mat for Crescent Twist. Option to stay here with the arms, or you can take the bind. If that's part of your practice, you bring the left arm underneath the right leg and take the bind. 3 breaths here, wherever you're at. Left leg is straight. Left quad, left calf are engaged. And if you took that bind, gently release. All together, hands down to the mat. Lizard lunge. Heel toe that right foot out to the right side edge of your mat. Left palm comes all the way down to the mat. And then reach your right arm forward in front of you. Start to shift forward. That left leg steps through. Straighten the leg out. Maybe tap the toe to the right pinky. Send that foot back. Step it forward. Let's do 2 more. I know that right quad is cooking. Good job. Move slowly. Really push the ground away to give you that extra height to get the leg through. And then right palm down to the mat. And then we're just going to switch the legs. But you're going to do it the same way we did with those plank toe taps. So start to straighten the right leg out towards the right corner of your mat, and then swing it back, plank. Switch the other leg. Left leg comes forward, and then bend the left leg, lizard. Great job. So you might need to adjust the legs. Make sure you have a really wide stance here. And then start to come onto the knife edge of the left foot. The left toes are going to point up towards the left knee, and the left knee starts to make its way out. So the quad is still going the same direction as the foot. Now you have an option to just stay here. You can lift and lower the hips. Or if you want to make this more of an active pose, an active stretch, then lift the hips up. And then maybe lift off your left hand first, see how that feels. And then the right hand follows. Maybe give it a try. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Right leg is straight. 3, 2, 1. Gently set down the hands. Back to lizard lunge. Left sole of the foot back down on the mat. And then come into that seated twist. Right knee outside the left ankle. Set the hips down. Left hand behind you. Take the hook or the bind, whatever you'd like. And now you have the option to stay here in this seated twist. This is great. If you're here, you could even close the eyes. Otherwise, if you would like to take another arm balance from here, you can come into Ekapada Kundyanasana 1, or side crow, with eagle legs variations. You'll keep the twist in the legs. Again, you can just stay here in the seated twist, it's great. But if you want to fly, then you'll start to lift the hips up. Place the hands down to the left of you so that your hands are basically parallel with the left side edge of your mat. And then start to bring the weight onto that right tricep, and the legs lift off. Gaze comes over your right shoulder. And you really have to push the ground away to keep the shoulders lifted. Last breath here. Slowly lower the legs down if you took the arm balance. We all meet back in that twist. Release the hook. All together, come to the front of your mat. We meet in Warrior 3. Maybe try to get there without using the hands. So your left foot is going to stay where it's at, and you'll float into Warrior 3. Take your time. Move with the breath. Palms together, hands at the heart. Start to rebend the left knee. Right foot touches down back of the mat. Spider lunge to the right. Now again, you can either stay here as you are in Skandasana to feel that stretch in the hamstring, the groin, or if you would like to take a crow pose from here, then you can place your hands down on the mat, bring that left leg in, and then set the knees onto the elbows. Start to lean forward for crow. Now if you're new to crow pose or arm balances, we have a ton of tutorials on our channel. So now is not the time to exactly break down everything I'm doing. There's a whole separate video for that. So if you're interested in flying, head to our tutorials. You can stay here in crow, or option to take one-legged crow. And then slowly lower down. We all meet back in that spider lunge on the right. Start to move forward, frame the left foot. Step that left foot back, one-legged plank. Left leg is lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Push it up, plank, left knee to nose. Lower down, one-legged chaturanga. Push it up, plank. Let's do 3 more because this is just so fun. Send that leg back, lower down, chaturanga. Push it up, knee to nose. 2. Last one. Great job. Both feet down, high plank. Shift it forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees. Step float or handstand to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Chair pose. Inhale, arms lift. Heel toe the big toes together. And then keep that space between the heels. Palms together, hands at the heart. Pull the shins back. Take a twist over to the left. Press the hands together. Really feel that twist. Shift the weight into the left foot. Right heel lifts off as you pull it towards the right glute. Knees are together. And then step that right foot back, crescent twist. Option to stay here, or take that bind if you would like. Either way, the left knee stays over the left ankle. And the right leg is straight. Last 2 breaths. Release the bind if you had it. And then all together, hands come down to the mat, lizard lunge. Heel toe the left foot towards the left side edge of your mat. The right palm comes down onto the mat. Reach your left arm forward, step the right leg through, and really lift the hips up. Set that right foot straight back. Send it forward. Let's do 2 more. And back. Last one. And back. Lizard lunge. Both palms back down onto the mat. And then again, we'll do that plank straight leg switch. So start to straighten the left leg. Bring it around, high plank. Switch it, right leg comes forward. And then bend the right foot, lizard lunge. Now option to stay here. Sway the hips, come down onto the forearms. Or again, if you'd like to make this more active, then come onto the fingertips. Come onto the knife edge of the right foot, right toes flex up towards the right knee. And then option to lift the hands up off the mat, maybe one at a time. Keep that left leg super straight. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently set the hands back down. We meet in a seated twist. Left knee comes outside the right ankle. Set the hips down. Again, option to stay here. Close the eyes. Or take that arm balance once again. Side crow variation. Your choice, your practice. Do what feels good for you. Have a little bit of fun with it. If you do decide to play and float, it's all good. As long as you're connecting with the breath, you're doing yoga, no matter what pose your body's in. If you took that arm balance, slowly come out. We all meet back in that seated twist. And then release. Make your way to warrior 3. Right foot stays planted. The right knee tracks straight over that right foot. Make your way up to warrior 3, maybe without using the hands. Once you're there, palms together, hands at the heart, a little micro bend in the right knee. Broaden the collarbone. Pull the shoulder blades back. Straight line, crown of the head to the left heel. Start to rebend your right knee, left foot back of the mat, spider lunge. Move slowly. Option to stay here. Or if you'd like to take crow pose one last time, you can place the hands down so that, again, they're parallel to the left side edge of your mat. Bring that right leg in. Make your way into crow pose. And again, any variation with the legs you would like to try, go for it. If you took crow, make your way back out, back to spider lunge on the left. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Move towards the top of the mat. Frame the right foot. One-legged plank. Send that right leg straight back. Shift it forward, lower down, chaturanga. Push it up, right knee to nose. Send it back, one-legged chaturanga. Push it up, knee to nose. Let's do 3 more. Last push of class, you can do it. Keep it up. Move with the breath. Great job. Step that right foot back, high plank. Shift it forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Step or float the feet through. We're going to meet in a comfortable seat. However you get there is great. Once you're there, the soles of the feet touch down on the ground, hands behind you, fingertips towards the heels. Lift the hips up, reverse tabletop. Engage the glutes. Shift it forward, lower the hips down towards the heels. And then set the butt all the way down. As you inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, slight bend in the elbows towards the back of the mat. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Targeting our anterior deltoid muscles. If you couldn't already tell, the front side of your shoulders. So just take it easy here. It's really easy to feel this stretch fast, so don't overdo it. Walk your hands forward and then lower all the way onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then cross the right leg on top of the left. Start to hold on to either the opposite shins, or you can hold on to the heels or the outsides of the feet, the knife edge of the feet. Flex the toes so that they point up towards the knees. And then begin to lift the heels away from each other, and then slowly down to the ground. So try to keep your tailbone, or imagine pressing your tailbone closer to the ground, so instead of curling up into a little ball, you're more targeting the outside of the hips. Supta Gomukhasana, reclined cow face. Last breath. And release. Hug the knees into the chest just to neutralize the spine. And then switch left leg over the right. Either hold on to opposite shins, or heels, or feet, whatever's accessible for you. 5 breaths here. Maybe close the eyes. Send the breath into any space that you have where you're holding tension. That breath is so powerful. That prana, that life force. Release the hold. Release the legs, hug the knees into the chest. One last time, give yourself a huge squeeze. Be so proud of all the work you just went through. You moved your body in all directions. So proud of you. Big inhale. And exhale as you open mouth. Release the legs to Shavasana. Arms come down at your sides, palms face up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulders under. Let your eyeballs sink into the eye sockets. So your eyelids stop fluttering. Just relax all the muscles in your face. Try to add 1 more second to each inhale. 1 more second to each exhale. As you consciously slow down the breath. And as
as you do that, you're giving your body permission to relax. You're shifting from your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight, into your parasympathetic nervous system. So bring all of your attention to your breath. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Take a moment to give yourself a little extra gratitude. You did such a wonderful job today. Never want to look back on our practice with judgment. We only look back with love, for appreciation, for gratitude that we had the opportunity to wake up today, to roll out our mat, to move in our body. What a gift. So keep your attention on that self-love as you inhale and exhale. We'll be ending the video here. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, for sharing your energy and your space with me. We'll see you in the next video. With lots of love from my end of the internet to yours. Namaste.